All right. Welcome everyone to another AMLoB podcast. It's draft day, so let's get it in. We go do power rankings as we're doing the draft. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. Um,
All right. Yeah, what's going on? Awkward moment when none of us have our face cams up because we're all finished the meeting, but that's just how it is sometimes.
yes, yes, that's very true. And
Quarterback first overall
yep,
in the corner.
yep. I saw that coming. The corner had a really good combine. Plus, he had like at least B's and everything else.
Yeah,
So,
B minus. I think he was the second best cover guy in the draft.
yeah. The quarterback though.
Oh, that's that guy that had the story. I think maybe.
Yeah, that's Heisman winner.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Oh, Shank went with the user guide.
Oh yeah, that dude's going
choice.
to be I was going to say that's going to be.
And he's not a bad user either, so that's a little concerning.
Well, I mean that's Corey's problem.
Yeah. That really is. I'm sorry to do that to you, Corey.
What that got to do with me? Actually, I think I played the AFC West this season. So
you sound like that one guy from the other league that approved the Leonard Fournette for Samaje Perine trade because it's not in my conference, so why should I care?
I got Roger God. Week 1.
Oh my God!
Oh, we play again.
Oh, that man was a beast.
Week 17.
Yes.
Are you eating?
And it's a primetime game. Ooh.
Should you be? So what do you
Lears went 4th overall. An interesting pick. Is Seahawks drafted? I don't think he is.
How much chicken have you eaten?
He's not.
Eat your chicken, and you can be done.
Skipping.
Eat your chicken, then you can be done.
All right.
June's picking. I know that.
Yeah, June is here.
All right, you're not going to get anything else to eat tonight.
Honestly, I might take this trade if I don't like what's there. Have 3 second-round picks and then 3 third-round picks. Just wouldn't have a first. But I don't really like the top end. I don't really like the top end talent in this draft, anyways.
Well, no, the top end talent was gone in the first 3 picks.
Yeah, but the standard like 5 through 7 talent in this draft is insane.
Yeah.
Can I play him at Waterboy?
I mean, I don't understand what people have this infatuation with the speed guys. I know with Sutton has 88 speed and 90 excel, and that man, he makes plays all over the place.
Yeah, I think the only thing with him is just because Sutton's taller, so he has that height threshold. But those 86 speed with 90 excel at 6'2", like that man, he's gonna be a good slot if Chan uses him right. But I can see why he's not like in love with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you got to be in love with him, but I mean he's at 86 route running already.
Dang it! Colts just took the
6th round guy, didn't
he? Took freaking Lamar Jackson.
He took the 6th round guy, didn't he?
Yeah, he took OJ Bryant or whatever, and oh my God, it's enough of a struggle to play him already.
You're okay, right?
But
okay, no, never mind. I'm not worried.
Well, I mean, he still got quick death. I mean, you can make that work. That's a pick that you can make work. Emmons,
hello.
What up, though? Are you eating too, Emmons?
No.
Oh.
You ruined it.
Because that's why nobody has their picks up right now. But yeah. So
Hey, Fritz,
What's up?
guess who plays in week 1?
Oh, do we?
Yeah, that's tradition.
Oh, let's go. They found a way. They know. EA knows. Let's go. I'm excited now. We playing tonight?
Maybe.
Oh. Yeah, no,
Skip
Poop
list.
just basically echoed my sentiments on that pick, is that Colts that would be a great draft pick for Colts if this wasn't the last year of the league.
definitely. I mean, there's
Can someone let me know when it's my pick? Because I'm not in there.
All right. So what are we doing? What's the over/under on how long it takes before Khan makes a comment about Corey's kids in the background?
Is he even watching?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't think he has to. I just know that we're like 2 or 3 draft podcasts in a row where Khan's made a comment. So I don't think Eagles is drafting, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think he's been missing. So I would say
I'll try to toggle mute.
I'm
on and
almost.
off.
Oh, I don't care, honestly. It just
almost,
cracks me up that Khan cares so much.
I'm almost a maddened out, boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wilkerson was so good.
Yeah, Wilkerson's going to be nice, even with the normal day. I mean, 95 speed, 95 excel for a 6'1" guy with 87 route running already.
Yeah.
That's going to be something nice. After the preseason, he'll be a 91. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's not I don't know if he's necessarily the top guy I was looking at, but he's up there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at maybe a receiver, and then I don't know why I'm saying this on the podcast when people can hear it. Oh, the corner went. The 4th round corner went.
Yeah, we all knew he was going to be honest. He was like the fastest corner in the draft. You know how people draft?
Well, he was the best coverage guy, but he was the only guy that had BBB across the board.
Yeah, he was triple Bs.
Eldon, Ballard. Oh.
That in that June picked up, though, was
Who did
definitely. He picked
Wagner.
up. Yeah.
What's everybody eating?
I was having some lasagna and some broccoli. So
Tacos.
I respect the Corey. I respect it.
So he traded Pearson and got a better corner. Yeah.
That's a smart
crazy.
move, though.
No, I'm not saying it's not smart at all. I'm just saying that is a hell of a way to make the chips fall. And why did you pick another tight end? For what? He already has Stanley.
Oh,
Oh my god.
which tight end did he take?
Not the good one. He didn't even take the good one. He didn't take the 4th round guy.
Whoa! Why are you announcing your plans on the
You're gonna
pod?
say, can you not just be saying stuff?
Right.
Really, Chris? Jesus.
Kick him off the pod.
Well, we can't because you're leaving us at some point. So
Maybe not.
Oh, change of plan.
We'll see.
Dope. Yeah. So, did everybody get their rankings done this week?
I did. I doubt Wumbo did.
Yeah.
I just really worried about the top 10. I was kind of just running through the rest of it. So I was doing something.
Okay. Cool.
I feel like that happens once or twice a year. Not gonna lie. Once or twice a draft. Draft is run. Oh, thanks to Seth. What did Seth do?
He took that corner that.
Just because he took the
wanted.
corner. Just because he took the corner.
Yeah.
It's all over.
I don't have a pick till round 2, so there's something when I draft. I'll run in there real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, all of my picks are at the end, so don't really have much going on till there.
Hey, Imogen.
Yes.
Will you go get me another one? And we throw that one away. Thank you.
Emmons, did you just respond to that?
No, I wasn't talking to him.
Oh, that was so perfectly timed. Oh.
This will be fun. I get 3 picks in a row.
Oh,
What's up, fellas?
Here you go.
Thank you, babe.
Oh.
oh, dang it. Dang it, Matthew.
Is someone tracking who is not here?
Mm,
A lot of people. That's
no, I mean, I think the only 2 people that you could add to the list I sent you earlier are Eagles and did Ravens time.
I sent them a message. I didn't hear back yet.
Okay.
Also haven't heard from Levi.
Okay.
I haven't heard from Levi either.
It'll be interesting to see how much men are going to end up playing this season with being on AP for a couple weeks.
Has Matthew put? I want to see a picture.
Yeah, he did. He put a pick up.
Oh, that's a terrible picture.
Lights never put one up.
Honestly, Pringley's pretty good. I don't know why he's complaining. He was the top man.
Did he say barf?
He did.
No, he wasn't the top overall guy. But
Oh, my goodness.
I got Titans on my schedule in week 2.
He already put the quarterback up, Corey.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's way.
I missed it.
Has anybody beaten the quarterback that was taken on the Oasis draft yet last year?
Who?
The Broncos dude took that quarterback was like an 88 overall.
Oh, there he is.
Right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Gratis is still the best.
What a blurry picture from Matthew.
Yeah.
I know. I was cracking up about that.
All right, I'm adding Levi to the skip list.
Okay.
I'm down. All right, my entire board of front 3 guys
Nice.
is all gone.
Oh God. That's a really great pick.
Oh, let's go. He's there. 94 speed, 93 excel. I'll take that.
Post a pick.
I am right now.
Post a pic of you.
Picker didn't happen.
Picture didn't happen, baby.
There we go.
Let's see
80.
here.
This man has 80 release and 95 agility with 90 elusiveness. Maybe I should move him to running back.
Gilbert.
And here goes Corey with his 3 straight picks.
Oh, you use my pick wisely, Corey.
I'll try. Oh, let's see. I never sorted my draft board, so everything's out of order.
Who sorts a draft board?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a maybe.
Ooh, you have 3 straight picks.
I was going to say
Yeah.
whatever you want
Thanks
to
to
do.
you, me,
Corey.
and Dicey being.
I'm just saying,
Oh,
you gotta,
this is
I don't
so
know why you're
average.
thinking about this right now. Just pick one of the 3 guys you want.
Sure. And then
Levi said he's on his way home.
let's go.
Hey, Toothless Joe. Is that Toothless stuff yet?
Damn, Crips put lights ahead of Pook.
Oh,
I put Pook at like 4 or
I
5.
could hear it.
You put Pook at 3.
I had him at 5 originally, and I moved him up.
Need that.
I had Pook at 5. Ooh, you took Barrett. Dang it, Barrett. I like Barrett.
He's quick, Dev. The
like
safety
him.
was Star.
I figured safety would be. He had a really good story or something from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, draft board is unfortunately down to only 74 players.
I mean, I'm
probably
sure
have
you'll
like
find
four.
We'll do it.
Ah, you sucker! I couldn't stand it.
What?
Who did he take?
The tight end.
Finneran. No, you
That
took
really good tight end?
Yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah, he had the best 40.
Damn it, Corey.
Oh, he's good. I want to see Finneran.
It's 86 speed.
Oh,
Really
Oh,
good catching.
post him. I
Does he
know.
have
They should be
touchdown?
loading up.
I need some roster bait material.
Dev,
I need
You
some
said what?
roster bait material.
86 speed, 88 excel, 81 agility with 67 running block stock, 80 plus all the catching. Down.
Yeah, so you're going to send him my way, or just accidentally cut him in the...
I don't even know who I'm drafting here.
I have no clue what I'm going to draft when it's up to me.
I don't know who I'm gonna draft if it makes you feel any better.
We play again this year, LJ.
I know. Well, yeah, because we all finished first.
Oh, yeah. We're the GOATs.
Oh, he just took. Oh, lights. Oh, sweetie. Earl was that one guy who had a decent story, but he was a terrible tight end.
There's pecans in the pantry. If you want
I'll use that
I want some
Dickerson
pecans.
guy, user him this season.
Yeah, I have nothing that I want to draft at least.
Yeah, that's why I took the receiver. I figured I could at least do something with him, even if it's moving him to running back.
Well,
I
I
can
mean,
skip Wumbo, can't I?
yes.
But I've got like 2 needs, period.
No. I said
Well-
pecan. Oh, what in the world were you doing?
Earl,
You were just
wow.
standing there. How down?
Never mind. I got him mixed up with another guy.
Was the one I was considering.
Oh, Mullins.
What do I need
I
to
was
kiss
considering
now?
Mullins, too.
Your footy wooty. Is it clean?
Well,
Road. We got some good guys going off the board.
Just me and you, Chris. What are we going to do? Help. Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Did they leave?
Yeah. Just me and you, buddy.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, we're back. Oh, thank God.
I was
I
going
didn't know
to
what I
go
was
on a
gonna
tangent
do.
about why you shouldn't do drugs, because that's the only thing I apparently know how to do whenever it leaves. Oh.
I seriously have like no idea what I'm drafting here. Okay.
No, I had like 4 people ask me like within 30 minutes of the start of the draft, like if I had any idea who I was taking, so they could consider moving up, and I was just no, I really don't. I haven't the slightest idea.
Well, the thing with me,
You what?
I said I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do because I really don't have any like positions of need per se.
Yeah, I took receiver because it was my worst, overall position on offense.
Right.
But my worst overall position on defense is my left outside linebacker, who doesn't play the majority of the time because I'm in nickel, and he's still not bad. So I'm in a little bit of a crossroads.
Crossroads.
Really?
Hey, someone's got to do it.
I can take this guy, but I don't know if I want to take him now. I pick 18th I pick my pick in the second. Never mind. I want to trade up. Who picks above me?
No one.
No one here, I don't think. But
are we in the second round yet?
Actually, LJ picks at 32. LJ, if you don't like anybody, I'll trade up for that pick.
What would you be dealing?
I could do
live trade discussions on the pod. This is the first AMLoB.
Let's see what I have pick wise. I've got 22nd in the second, 18th in the third, 22nd in the third, 27th in the third.
Yeah, I'm good. No,
it was worth a shot. I know you're not big on the first round a lot of the time because you're so good later in the draft. So I figured, you took Howard.
LJ's is the GOAT in general.
Don't lie to these people like that.
Oh,
I never lie, LJ. I only speak the truth.
Let's see. Oh, Corey Corey, where are you?
Corey is probably dealing with children.
That's probably true.
This is my new
I'm just trying to stay muted.
You got
What's up?
38th overall. You thinking about moving down?
For
You thinking about moving down to 54?
what?
Colt said skip him from now on.
Cole said to skip him. Okay. I got 54. And I got you 18th in the third and 27th in the third. Or is that even smart?
Yeah,
I
possibly.
don't know if that's smart on my part.
Possibly.
That guy's my new defensive end, guys.
Howard. I gotta go check his pick. Did you post it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, Brock was pretty good. Howard. Oh, Harlos Howard. What a name. What a name. He's pretty good. Was that? No, I'm not gonna. No, let me look. Before I speak out of turn again. No, okay. I don't know if I had that guy on my board or not, honestly.
Just let me know when the pick comes up, Crit.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know when my pick comes up.
No, don't tell him anything.
That's fine. I have no clue what I'm drafting.
That's the best way to draft.
Yep. Just go in blind. Figure it out later.
So I got my first quarterback. Well, thanks to LJ. Who did you pick, LJ?
Howard.
That outside linebacker?
Yeah. He's gonna be
How
my
was
new
he?
defense. He's gonna dude's dope. He's gonna be my new defensive end. I was gonna say I posted the pic.
No. Corey, you're up in just a second.
Yeah. Skip. Somebody got to skip. You got to skip. What's his name?
Seahawks.
Michael.
Yeah. Michael. There we go.
So
You're up if you wanna.
I'm up.
What was the deal?
No, Corey.
No, what's the deal?
I'm trying to think. You're sixth? That'd be 14 spot. I could do 22nd in the 2, 18th in the 3, and you want something else on top of that, or that's my highest.
Yeah, you can send that deal. Just the 2 and the 3 is fine.
Okay.
I'll watch for it.
I wish there was an easier way to send trades during the draft. Not gonna lie.
I need to pause.
No, you should be fine. I'm not that incompetent. I'm just slightly incompetent.
That incompetent.
Only slightly, right?
Only slightly. That's actually for pure pick for pick deals. EA's trade system is terrible, and that was
Who's what pick are we on?
I accepted 6 in the second.
This is probably going to be a bust, but I really don't care.
Bears
Take
is
'em.
not drafting.
Hoo-ah. LJ, who you got week 1?
You said what?
Who you got week 1?
You no, I got Roger week 1.
Ooh.
So NFC
Corey,
championship
you got week 1.
match.
Well, I'll take him. I'll take that.
Corey got week 1.
I'm trying to go
21 years
look.
old.
Schedule. Snippy if he plays.
Nah, Snippy already said he's done till 19.
Damn.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, I sent AP on all the people that are done.
Sent me on AP. Sorry, Crips.
Oh, you're going off for the night?
Oh, I'm kidding.
Oh. You know what? I am okay with that trade. I needed another.
So is Roger Snippy not?
Yeah, I was drafting.
You said what?
Oh, I've already. Never mind. Is Dicey drafting?
I have no idea. I haven't seen him all day.
Yo, buddy. He was talking about trading it into something, but
You were late that time, Emmons. I had you with that one.
I only did it because you said it. I was trying to beat you.
Did you know I was about to say that?
No. I was just repeating you.
Am I that predictable? I feel like I might be that predictable, honestly.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be on the box for the pick, so you don't have to skip me or anything.
Stop. Hey.
All right. Oh, he got that guy. I like him. I liked Stalwart.
Yeah, Stallworth was a first round talent.
There are a couple really good guys still on the board, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. Whoa, where did everybody go?
Put Dicey on the skip list.
Emmons went to go make his pick, I think, and Corey's going in and out.
I'm just going back and forth with mute.
Oh,
The
okay.
girls are right behind me, so.
Okay.
A cat or a dog? 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 A cat, dog, or a chicken?
Careful how hard. Nora.
Dog or cat or milk? You both
Dance with my dog in the nighttime. Another halfback for Bucks.
Ooh, Belcher.
Connor.
Belcher looked good. I was considering taking him, honestly, but I decided against it.
Cat and dog or dog? Cat and dog or a cat?
Who did he took Braxton Stone. He took that power back.
A dog and a cat and a bear. Is that the word we use?
I've sympathetic the worst feeling in the world when you've got like 3 guys that you want and they all go right before you.
Yeah.
I don't think Ravens is here.
He said he was on his way earlier.
Okay. Okay, but
You want to start going over power rankings, or you want to wait for Amos to get back?
we can wait.
All right. Oh. I'm honestly kind of hit or miss on all this, on all the Madden 19 info that's come out so far. Because I like a lot of it, but then like I can already tell we're gonna have to put a lot of work into the whole progression, like for XP sliders and stuff. It's going to be a little more intensive than it was this year.
My thing with it is, like I'm not really into what the beta's doing, to be real.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, so I'm not really into it because it's kind of like, granted, I would of course want a beta code, but
Yeah.
like for me, how I look at it is just kind of, this obviously isn't the finished game. So
for sure.
A lot of this stuff, because a lot of this stuff that they're talking about right now is stuff that they said they're either fixing or they already fixed. So
yeah,
I'm not too concerned as far as like how it'll be as far as like the physical traits and the physical attributes getting upgraded, the progression stuff, the dynamic dev. I'm sure they'll figure all that out. But I mean, even though I personally like the dynamic dev, because to me, the only way that you should keep a superstar rating is if your guys playing like a superstar.
Yeah, I do think some of the stuff that's been pointed out though, with like a guy in one of our other leagues had Luke Kuechly win MVP and he lost his superstar trait.
Well, I don't, like I said, I think they'll tune stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think that honestly, you know, I've said this. I think the beta is an interesting idea, but I do think that the main reason they had it was because there was so much stuff up in the air that they wanted to have it be a little more open to the public, to just have more testing period, because they realized that they weren't going to be able to go through themselves and test everything necessarily to the extent that they wanted to. And so I think that with that in mind, they just were trying to have more people be able to test stuff and test a lot of the new systems and stuff that because there's just so much stuff from a coding systematic standpoint that they put in that hasn't been in the game either in a really long time or forever period. And so I think that was kind of a big thing for them, was just getting more open public feedback on a lot of that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they've been, especially with how everybody looked at the game like last year, because they took so long to put out any information. Because I mean, if you think about it, this time last year we knew nothing about Madden 18, other than people that went to EA Play. We knew nothing. Like, we didn't know anything as far as like the deep dive blogs, and none of that stuff came out until like a couple weeks before the game. So I mean, I think they learned from that because they had so many issues and things that they had to deal with early in Madden 18, to where they had to just constantly work at trying to fix bugs. So I mean, I think that's, like you said, that's part of the reason why they're doing the beta, just because it, you know, to get a better feel for what really needs to be done.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think one thing that, as much as, you know, it's a weird comparison to make, and as much as, you know, Call of Duty and a lot of places have screwed up in a lot of ways the last few years, I think the one thing they have gotten right is doing more of I don't think the open beta was the best way to go about it, because I think it kind of runs people dry on the game quicker. But just the idea of having a type of beta to where you can test a lot of stuff. Because the one thing I have noticed is, unlike in years past, typically there aren't as many day one issues.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you look at a company like Call of Duty with the track record they have of having way too many day one issues, that even having fewer day one issues is still it's all relative for them. But
yeah,
it's still, I do think that it provides more promise for the high end possibility of what things could be.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think with that, as far as that's concerned, it's just kind of like Madden. I don't think they can do an open beta just because of how much people like to kind of like troll and how much they like how much people like just genuinely dislike the game.
I agree.
So at that point with the open beta, it's kind of like at that point with the open beta, it's kind of like, you know, what's someone just being critical to be critical and what's someone being critical to be constructive, you know?
Exactly.
So
I don't disagree.
So I mean, I think that's the biggest thing as far as the open beta is concerned, which is why I don't think they should just be giving out like codes like they've been doing, because
I agree, because you're not going to get the most vocal, and you're going to have people that'll just do it just to see if they can be the first one to get the code, and not people that want to do it. Like, you know, I think all of us, you, me, Corey, you know, I'm glad Josh got a code, because I think out of everyone in our commish group of both leagues, all of us would want to just sit down and grind out stuff in the game just to help improve it, because we want the best product possible come launch in August.
Yeah. So like, I mean, that's why I don't think them just giving them out was a good idea. Because I think at first they kind of did it at random, and then they had, of course, the game changers they had the game too, which, I mean, I think that probably is especially like some of the guys like on YouTube, like Shotmaster and Sim, F Ball Critic, like those guys like legitimately look at the game, you know, try to figure out exactly, you know, what can be improved, what needs to be done, as opposed to most of these people that have a beta code right now that just want to have it just because, you know, they just want to be able to play Madden 19.
Yeah. It's not, I agree. It's not a perfect system, but I definitely prefer it to in years past, when it's just kind of all up in the air until launch, and then everyone's just disappointed with the product. But and I just realized something. Reynolds might not even start for me this year. I mean, he might not even be in my top three. My grown boy Ladarius, who's been my pride and my unfortunate pride and joy in this league. He might not even. He might be my fourth corner this year, just because of the way everything might shake out. Because I want to get this young kid on the field, because I think he's actually pretty good. Plus, he can play man coverage, which I like.
Amen.
What up?
But yeah, shoot, for me, like, Stump is my pride and joy. I love playing with Stump. That man.
Want to murder him on the field?
Well, see, can you not do that?
Well, since you asked. I drafted the identical receiver to the slow one that I drafted in Oasis. He's like amazing, but he's just slow.
Yeah.
And he's got quick trait.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. I want to get started on
the cruise a little bit.
Y'all want to start on
power rankings?
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down.
All right.
Number one.
We finally have our second face cam sighting. And actually, we only have one, because LJ went away because he was the only one.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry, I would put mine on, but with not having a real setup, I'm kind of at a really weird angle, and it'd just be weird.
Pussy.
Okay. Wow. Right on the pod. But yeah. So let's get into it, fellas.
Number
You're
one
up,
is
LJ.
You said
number
what?
one is
You're up.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out who I'm picking now.
I gotta get off here after we do this top 10. But number one is obviously the guy who was hard not to put him at number one last year, and then he goes out and wins the bowl. LJ, easily the best roster in AMLoB. Now won a second Super Bowl. Without Kaiser, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Without Kaiser.
So coming into the season, I feel like he's obviously the team to beat and my clear number one.
So, do we have to officially start the AMLoB meme that Suff lost the Super Bowl to a backup quarterback?
Yep, pretty much.
Suff is basically Tom Brady now.
Yes, Stuff lost to Big Dick Nick.
You must rename your starter now to Big Dick Nick.
Well,
if you spell it with a Q,
I mean,
EA won't count it against you if you spell it with a
well,
Q.
I had to rein him back in though, because that man was he was playing some really bad football right there for a little bit in that game. But yeah, I mean, he played well, so.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, best record winner. Hard to not put you at one.
Cool.
I like that running back that Titans just took.
I like
Cool.
you. Chris. I like you. Moving on to number two, we got Pook, who once again didn't really come through. I think he lost his stuff, and then he was
Yeah,
championship.
I was going to put him at number 5 for a reason, and it was going to be because of the fact that he cannot finish a season.
That's not what power rankings are about, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pook it too.
I mean,
Makes
it's a beginning of the year projection of potential end of year, and because he tends to lose in the divisional to championship round, power
rankings are like where the teams are ranked during the year, not a predicament of where we think they're going to end up at.
I mean, I think with Pook.
I mean, I ended up with him at 3 for what it's worth.
Yeah,
you're the one who had him at 3. We all had him at 2.
I think with Pook, my thing is, he's consistently just dominated the regular season. It's not like he's just, doing well, with 11 and 12 wins, like he's pushing 14, 15 consistently every year. So I mean,
yeah,
that to me that warrants the number 2 spot. I think that because I mean, if you look at the game last year, he was a play away essentially from getting to a Super Bowl. So
right.
I mean, he was even, you could argue he just run the ball, force an extra timeout, and then punt it, and
he
forced to play 75 yards of offense.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that him at number 2 makes sense, the most sense to me.
I was, for the record, I was thinking 2, and I almost ended up putting him at 2 anyways. But I believe I ended up putting Lights at 2, and my only reason in there was just with, Lights is, I believe, just has warranted a better overall track record, even if he ends up losing a couple more games in the regular season. They both have very talented rosters. They're both very talented users. And so
didn't Pook beat up on Lights pretty good last year?
Oh yeah, he thumped Lights.
So I mean, I'm not gonna go back 2 years for like Super Bowl when he got thumped by Pook last year.
Honestly,
although I do think Lights deserves the 3rd spot, but I'm not gonna rank him ahead of Pook right now.
I can see it. I forgot that he beat the crap out of Lights last year. I feel like vicious right now.
You're slacking on the rankings, man. Transitioning into our number 3, we got Lights, who, I mean, out of like all the people coming up, I mean, once he started playing again, he started tearing it up. Besides that one loss to Pook, so I think the top 3 was pretty clear for me, and that's why I had Lights rounding up the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all had the same top 3 in general.
Yep.
It was just me. It was me screwing up the order.
Yeah, I mean, I think
you didn't screw it up because it stayed like that, but
I think
Screwing up perfection, I guess I should say.
I think that we I think that with Lights at 3, I mean, I honestly, because who knows? Maybe he makes it to the Super Bowl last year if he doesn't end up with getting the AP in the playoffs. But I mean, Lights has been one of the consistent guys in here too.
Oh, for sure. I think he was my clear 3rd. I just couldn't put him ahead of Pook as of right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one else, like, looking at the rank. There's no one else that's going to be over him besides you and Pook. Wasn't able to, we had that situation in the playoffs, so I was going to say who did he lose to, but.
Yeah.
Kid.
Moving on to 4, which is me. I'll let you guys go ahead and discuss moi.
Well, yeah, Emmons at 4.
I choked.
I was almost, just to screw with you, I considered putting you at like 6 just because you choked that game so bad.
You should have put me at 32, to be honest.
and then I almost put you as high as 3.
My turn.
When I originally had you ahead of Pook before I realized I was being an idiot and moved Pook up. And so I think I ended up with you at either 4 or 5. But
yeah, 3 of us had me at 4, and Corey had me at 5. What a jerk.
Oh, wow, the dipwad.
Well,
trust that man.
As far as Emmons being at 4, I mean, last year his season was phenomenal. I was Gary said, it was one of those moments where he just couldn't get quite the break he needed to turn that game around against Dicey, which is tough whenever you can't get those breaks against like a good user. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, with Fairley and Lewerke,
got a solid foundation for that team.
Yeah, I was scared to say, yeah, Bocce winning all the awards he did last year, plus you already have Jared Davis. And it's just kind of like, that team has plenty of talent on it.
Speaking of which, I signed Curtis Samuel. I don't know if you still had him, LJ, but another 95 speed receiver.
Yeah, I didn't want to. He literally never saw the field for me.
Hey, we'll find a way to put him on the field over here.
that is fine. He will get the clinks from.
He won't start, but he'll get in situationally.
Yeah, I mean, I just never used him because he kind of fell behind, like especially once Dixon Cox got in there. Like
Come on, man! This is a PG podcast over here talking about dick.
But you just called Corey a dickwad.
And I called Clips a pussy, so we're fine.
I was going to say
we're the worst PG. We're the worst PG podcast in existence.
Who stated that we were a PG podcast? When was this ever stated? Like, no one told me this.
We're not. That was just from the other day when I was trying to find a good PG episode.
I kind of wanted to get another guy. Didi was fine, Galley was fine, but I don't know. I needed a receiver, so I picked him up and I drafted this guy who's a little on the slow side with 86 speed, but besides his route running, everything else is like. Oh yeah,
Immature picked us up.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna randomly pick something.
Run, Emma's run. So yeah, we kind of got sidetracked there a little bit from Emmons, but I guess we can finish talking about him while he's gone. I mean, he had a great season, and I think I think we've said a lot that he really kind of reaffirmed everyone's beliefs of how quality of a user he was, with the fact that he built upon the season he had with that horrendous Texans team outside of the GOAT Dylan Tyler.
Yeah.
was able to back up that. And now he's got freaking 291 zone linebackers, so there's that. I don't care that 91 zone for linebackers doesn't do as much as it does with DBs. It's still a scary thing to go against, just a mentality standpoint.
Well, if you adjust your defense correctly, it makes a world of difference.
Oh yeah, no.
But
Miles Jack breaks up so many passes.
Did you guys announce number 5 yet?
no,
Oh, we were
Alright.
talking about you.
Oh, whoa! What did I do?
No, I was just saying that. Oh, I have to be nice, don't I? I was just saying how you reaffirmed kind of what we had all kind of been saying with the fact that you backed up your last season with the Texans, where all you really had was Dylan Tyler, and
The GOAT.
exactly. And other than that, I mean, there wasn't a ton of talent on that team, and you go and you back up what you had with that team. So, oh my
we
God,
choked.
I just found a young Cavante Overton.
But moving on from myself, we got Roger at number 5. He had another nice little run to the playoffs there, ended by LJ. Always has a really good regular season. I don't know if he's made a Super Bowl yet in this league. I know he did last year in last Madden, but
yeah,
I think 5 or 4 is a good spot for him. Pretty interchangeable between me and him, in my opinion.
yeah.
But this is where I had him. I feel like we talk about the same guys every week, so.
I mean, for me, Roger at 5 makes sense just because. God, I don't need to draft another linebacker, but I think I might have to.
That's a nice wide receiver. Grips.
Thank you.
You're a nice wide receiver, Corey.
But yeah, like I mean, I think as far as he's concerned, he did a lot of last year. He showed to me he had a really good window to make it. For Roger, it's more of a season to season thing than a consistency thing, in my opinion. Just because,
Because of
just
who he is as a person.
well, no, not even. It's because it's more so. It's more so with Roger. He trades.
What did he say? What did I miss?
I said because of who he is as a person, and I was referring to the fact.
Jesus.
That was savage.
Okay.
Are you trying to push the Josh movement here live on the pod? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Okay, I was referring to the fact that unlike more so than anyone else that we have in the league, he enjoys roster turnover.
Well, that's what I was going to.
Sure.
That's what I was going to. I was going to say, for him it's more season to season just because of how often he moves pieces, and it's not like he's moving pieces that are like minimal to his success. He's moving pieces that are integral to his team.
God,
so yeah, I was gonna say moving like Godwin, or moving Aloka a couple seasons ago, or McNabb this season, and it's just kind of like it's constant big roster turnover, not like small stuff. Like you're trading, like a user linebacker, or you're trading, like some wide receiver that you don't use. You're trading, as far as attribute wise, one of the top receivers in the league, and you're trading, top safeties and top in upper echelon quarterbacks.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I mean, for him, it's just kind of like you kind of just gotta see how his season goes as it's going, as opposed to being able to really predict exactly how good he'll be.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, kudos to him for the fact that, and I think it's kind of reflected in our ranking here.
Yeah, he's still consistently a top 5 user, even with all the roster turnover. Although in Crip's eyes, he was number 6, but
and him and Pook, I think, were the most kind of everywhere in the top of my rankings, and I ended up kind of settling them where I did. But that's. I mean, preseason rankings are always a little tedious, and
yeah, they're kind of just like, I mean, we don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna end up dropping because I'll be going on vacation. So I mean, I'm not gonna probably be in the top 10 next time we do a show. But when you got guys who can move in and out of here pretty easily, and we'll discuss that.
Are you even gonna be here the next time we have a show though?
When's the next Monday? Yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, okay. I know Shank missed his last pick, and I think he's about to miss this one too. So, just a heads up.
I'm gonna add him.
Yeah.
And I think Chan said not to skip him, right? That he was going to keep picking.
He's here. I don't have him on the skip list.
Yeah. But
June is done.
So I think we can effectively go on to
number 6.
Yeah.
We were all unanimous once again besides Cripps. We had the man who became a meme after losing to a backup quarterback in the Super Bowl. Here at number 6, had an impressive season, had a really nice run to the Super Bowl, only to lose to LJ and his backup. And that's not really taking a shot because LJ's team itself, especially that defense, not to mention his user skill, is a tough matchup, let alone you give him that defense. And what Stuff likes to do is throw the ball, and you don't really want to throw against that secondary. Once again, he had a really good regular season. I mean, 15-1 is nothing to be upset about or anything, but he lost to Grid and he beat Grid once, but he didn't really have that signature win in the regular season, although he did beat Pook in the
playoffs.
But that game was kind of more to, like you guys said, if Pook would have just ran the ball or done a couple things here and there, it could have been different. But I think he's definitely worthy of the 6 or 6, 5 or 4. We're all pretty close to me. I mean, even from 7 to 4 is pretty close to me. So, he's right in there with the top 5 of the league. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think with him, again, this is going to be a different season as far as figuring him out because he'll have a different roster essentially. Because he started trying to move pieces this offseason. So I mean it'll be interesting to see what he does. A lot of times with especially with guys that it's their first year in the league, it's kind of that surprise thing,
right?
Where it's kind of hard to tell whether it's because people aren't typically playing against this person. It's different than any of us playing each other because we've played each other so much. It's kind of we understand tendencies and things that people like to do.
Exactly.
But Suff, I mean, he had an amazing season last year.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say Suff had an amazing season last year. I think it was more of his skill than surprise than being a surprise team, but so I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, he did a lot last.
He's gonna be able to really prove himself this year. I mean, he definitely put himself on watch when making the Super Bowl. I mean, he beat Corey again in the playoffs, and he beat Pook. Then lost to LJ, but I mean, now he's gonna have a tougher schedule than he had last year with winning that division. So we'll see how he ranks up against the other top users in the league during the regular season. I think he's going to hold his own for the most part. So I
That's our name.
Him and 0 up after.
You can skip it.
Okay.
And then, so moving on from Mr. Stuff, we got Corey here at 7. Man, Cripps with the hate on Corey. Woo.
Jesus.
Woo. We got Corey all the way down at 9.
I hadn't even looked at it. I didn't know. I was figuring 15 or something.
I mean,
I'm just giving Cripps a hard time is what I'm doing.
Everyone in the bottom, everyone really below the top.
Cripps just wanted to make sure he was trying to make sure he didn't end up 9th is what he was trying to do, but it didn't work for him.
I don't know. Honestly, everyone below really the top 3 guys were really
pretty interchangeable. Yeah, the top 10's really close.
Really,
I mean, you even got Grid right outside of the top 10. That's you could throw in there. So it's the from 4 to 11, it's really close.
Yeah.
Corey, I mean, had a really impressive season last year. I know he went on a bunch of vacations, had a lot of AP losses. But I mean, for the most part, I think he lost one user game during the regular season. Corey, he's muted.
He lost one user game.
Yeah, the girl run around. No,
No,
I
you're
had
fine.
at least 2, maybe, because I know
He
Yeah.
lost the
was one of
sub.
them.
So
And,
that monster draft you had last year, I don't know how good of a draft he's having this year, but
well, he's having a great one this year too. He got plus dev
Yeah,
on the first 3 picks.
this motherfucker. So yeah, I mean, like Crip said, I mean, this whole like top 10 right now between the preseason before we even play any games, there's so many users in this league that are really close talent wise. So it's kind of hard to rank us individually. So you really got to put the team overall into things. Corey's built a great team. He's a good user. He plays great defense. So that's why I had him at 7. Like I said, I could see him being as high as 4. I mean, I can see him being as low as 10. So, I mean, it's really kind of just all over the place with this preseason.
Well, I mean, with Corey, having Durant, that man is a monster.
He still hasn't
man.
changed. He still hasn't changed Tofield's name, or I think that's the corner's name to
Yeah.
Justin Lane, which is kind of upsetting. But I digress.
I think he did it for the safety instead.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, between Toe and Durant,
Yeah.
that dude, like those two completely like changed a lot of dynamics with that team, especially when you insert him with who's now the league's best wide receiver, Battle. Plus you have Hill. Still, it's just kind of like, that's a really potent passing attack. Corey's never really had like a set running back, so I mean that's always been a little bit of a thing. But other than that, I mean he has it everywhere else. So
yeah, you know that someone's receiving core is pretty good when you have Tyreek Hill as your 4th receiver coming off the bench.
So, this is completely off topic, but this is really interesting. So I just saw a picture on Twitter, and it's the all Nets traded away team, draft picks traded away by Brooklyn.
yeah.
So the quick 5 real quick is point guard Damian Lillard. At the 2, you got Colin Sexton, then Jaylen Brown, Kyle Kuzma, and Draymond Green. Those are all the picks that they traded away.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Good old Brooklyn.
But
yeah, I mean, like you guys said, and Corey there, I mean, with the roster he's got, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue.
yeah, I mean, he, like I said, he's done an extreme amount with what he got from that draft last year. So I mean, I think it'll be good to see exactly how that translates this season.
For sure. I don't play him this year, so that's good. What do we got next? We got my boy, my one love, Wumbo at number 8. Once again, we got all the commissions in the top 10. Vicious to me, obviously we know how talented he is as a user. When he's alive and playing, he's definitely worthy of the 8 spot, maybe even higher. But he's consistently up there with his user skill, in my opinion. And I mean, that roster he's got over there is, I mean, it's over 90 overall, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean that I was gonna say. Well, the thing with Bish is that kind of, because I would have had him in a different spot, because if I'm correct, I'd put him lower than
you. Had him.
I had him the lowest at 9. Yeah. So the reason for me doing that was just kind of like he has the thing for me doing that was he made a lot of, like, his defense's window is closing. Yep. It's kind of like, those corners, Grimes and Westbrook. They're aging. Adibi's aging. Willis is aging. So it's just kind of like, you're running into that problem that like the IRL Seahawks have, where you got all this talent on defense, and then once they start aging, it kind of throws off how good they were, which throws off the balance of the team, because the other side of the ball never quite caught up to that defensive side. So
yeah, for sure. I think Yeah, I mean, it's tough with him. I mean, like you said, his team's aging. He kind of, with his work schedule and stuff, isn't always there.
Yeah.
But user skill, he's definitely a top 10 user in this league, in my opinion. So he deserves to be up there. Moving on to number 9, we got the guy who's going to beat me tonight in Crips.
I wouldn't go that far.
Is Crips picking right now?
Yes,
Oh,
I
Crips
am.
is Just skip him. Forget
picking right now.
about him. Just skip him. Crips to me was a weird year for him last year, going on, which was impressive to me. He went on AP for a decent amount of the season and still wound up winning that division. And then he took his, he took a
I'm
little bit
gonna
of
get
beating in the
to how I
playoffs.
feel about that in a moment because that was more of a. I think we've talked about that before, where it was more Levi kind of blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he did come in and still he won what he had to win.
Yeah. I mean,
so
he handled his business down the stretch.
Right.
I'm not saying that he didn't handle his business. I'm just saying it's just kind of like.
I mean, I wasn't going to go out there and say Levi blew the division, but if that's the route we want to go in, yeah, Levi kind of blew the division. If that's how we want to put it.
That's because there's no way that should have happened. But
it shouldn't have. But
No.
yeah,
I didn't think I'd win the division, and when I realized I wasn't going to get a wild card spot, I honestly didn't think I was going to make the playoffs.
but you did, buddy. You did. It was short-lived, just like mine, but you made it.
Well, not just like yours, because you had a bye.
I did not have a bye.
Oh,
LJ and Roger had the buys.
Oh, you're right.
I lost LJ week 16, so I didn't get the bye.
We were equally short-lived.
that was a phenomenal game, by the way.
That-
I went
that-
back and watched
That game
again.
was nuts. For like a defensive game, that was pretty entertaining. Like it was 12-10. Like that one was insane. I think was your touchdown a pick six or no? How'd you not remember? Or no, you didn't even get a touchdown. You beat me without scoring a touchdown.
I had 4 field goals.
Scored 4 field goals.
I couldn't. I got inside the 10 like 3 times.
Yeah, my defense stepped up inside the 10.
Yes, but you're up, by the way.
You can skip me.
Are we
Okay.
skipping?
Yeah,
Skip.
but yeah, but I mean,
And then you're back
Oh,
up
continue.
again after this next pick.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You can just keep skipping me.
Well, my
But-
controller died. I got to switch batteries anyway.
come on, Corey, you gotta be more prepared than this.
Right. Shaking my head. I can't see, but I'm shaking my head. Like that's pretty intense right now.
Xbox is a Netflix machine anytime that it's
Um,
not on, so
But yeah, I mean, Cribs
That
at
works
9. I mean, I
the
feel
batteries
like
quite a
we know
bit.
where he's at normally throughout the year. He's got the roster over there. That's a really good one, and I think it's well deserving to be inside the top 10 for him.
I agree.
I hold myself to a higher standard personally, but I'll take it. So
For someone who hasn't won a Super Bowl, just like me, you hold yourself pretty highly.
I do. I expect a lot of myself.
Um,
I expect a lot of myself.
Well, I mean, deservedly so though, because I mean, you've done a lot.
yeah, for sure.
You're constantly in the playoffs. I think you've missed. I think the last time you missed was like season 1, and that was because your schedule was so crazy you didn't even have time to play the game.
Let's say the real reason why that last second touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins that he took in week 1 and year 1, he just didn't want to play anymore.
Well,
that was year 3, and I don't think I made the playoffs that year either.
Oh yeah, year one was
Year
when he
one
threw
was
7
because
picks
I
with
had
Bortles. That was the Lamar Miller Leonard Fournette showdown.
Yeah, where Bortles threw 7 picks and we combined for 600 rushing yards.
Yep. Yeah, but
We don't talk about season 1 though.
no.
Yeah. But
Number 10 is a really interesting one for me. I honestly think he had one of the most impressive seasons last year, and that's Dicey.
I agree.
He
He
blew up that pack, whatever was left of that Packers roster, and had like a 77 overall team. He went 10-5-1. He beat me twice. He goes into the playoffs and beats me, and then he gives LJ a hell of a game with a team that's really not capable of doing what it did. So
it's not capable of giving people hells of games.
right, and so it was really impressive to me what he did. So I had to put him in my top 10. I was looking at grid. He had another impressive year too, but I have Dicey edging him out at 10.
Well, I mean, yeah, because Dicey had a great season last year. I think I had him at 11 though.
Yeah, you did. You had him right there.
Yeah, I had him at 11. But yeah, Dicey had a phenomenal season. I mean, that wild card game, you know, that was that divisional round game, that was just as entertaining as the game that that me and Emmons had. So
yep.
I mean, with that being said, I just kind of I think that, you know, he'll be in for another impressive season this year. He brought in a lot of his ex-Colts from when he was a user over there.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he does this year. But with that being said, I will say, to me, Grid season last year was more impressive than his, in my opinion. But that's just me. I think Grid season went under the radar.
Yeah, Grid was definitely up there when he beat.
He beat Suff.
Was a huge win.
Yeah, LJ.
But I don't know. I guess because I played Dicey 3 times and seeing what he was capable of, I didn't play Grid once last year. I played him the year before.
Yeah.
But that was it was really close in my opinion. To me, I had to give Dicey the nod because I don't think Grid won a playoff game and Dicey did.
Yeah. Grid lost to Corey in the first round.
Yeah, and then he gave you a hell of a game, and that's pretty much what I had him out. But for me, boys, that was it. I'm gonna hop off here. Crips, just DM me, invite me to a party or whatever, or text me actually, whenever we're good and you want to play. LJ, Corey, have a good one.
All right.
And good luck to everybody else in the rest of the draft.
Yeah, but I mean that's the top 10. I think I think we pretty much, you know, covered it. Like I said, I think Grid season last year was unappreciated, more so because, you know, he had the Suff overshadowed it, a lot of it, by 1, winning the division, and 2, beating him that second time. So I mean, I think his season kind of went unnoticed, but yeah, so that's the top 10. Any other comments on that, fellas? No?
Nah, not for me. No, I wasn't too chatty in that. All right, I'm skipping Shank. He's not responding to any. Are we still live or?
Yes, we are.
Oh, Levi mentioned something about talking about 19 stuff, but
yeah, I mean we'll hash that out. We'll hash that out.
Yeah, we can find another night to go over that.
I mean, I would say that's something we probably should wait till we get at least the trial access. That way, we can kind of. Well, I mean, I guess we can get together before then, just as far as like rule purposes, you know, trying to get them on the same page as us. But other than that, I think once the trial drops, like we can all just take something to focus on, as far as like, well, at least like 2 of us, like, you know, have 2 people focus on the gameplay, have a couple people focus on the progression sliders, and just kind of like, nothing really. We were talking about you know, prepping for 19. Where we'll all kind of get our we'll all kind of like do, you know, something together before we actually start the league. But I was saying wait till like the trial, that way we can kind of like divvy up some of the responsibility and just have like a couple people work on like gameplay sliders, if we have to change them or not. Because I mean, if they're well, I say the best thing with that is starting at default and kind of working from there.
I agree.
And then
and
progression sliders, and then just have a couple people work with progression sliders as far as like, you know, the weekly trainings and stuff like that. So just kind of divvy up exactly what we need to get done.
I agree. I know one thing that I've kind of mentioned, I don't know if I've necessarily talked about a lot with y'all, that I'm going to go through and do just kind of on my own time is I'm probably going to go through on an offline franchise and go through and take control of every team, put the XP sliders on 300, and then spreadsheet out the likelihood for every single stat under every different archetype, just because it's something that I'm curious about. So, I mean, it'll take a little bit, but I think that that'll be good information that, I mean, for really anyone in the league that wants to have it, I'll probably end up posting an article or two or something on at least on the DL side about it. Just
might still skip an indict.
Yeah.
Skipping dicey.
Don't skip me. But yeah, no, I think that's definitely going to be a good thing to have, is all of us kind of going through and divvying up that responsibility and kind of hitting it all as a collective group. And I don't think there's really a lot of bad that can necessarily come from doing it that way. And hopefully, if we don't have any major bugs or any, if we don't have any what's the word I'm looking for? If we don't have any
game breaking,
any like, you know, if the ratings are, you know, horrendous or whatever it may be, but outside of if we don't really have anything like that, it means we can get started even sooner, which I think we're all hoping for. Because hopefully this, all due respect to how much fun I've had with this league this year, but hopefully this is the last season of AMLoB in Madden 18. Hopefully it's not so bad in Madden 19 that we have to run another season while they fix it.
I doubt it'll be that bad. We didn't have that issue last year either. So, I mean, I doubt it'll be anything like that. I think another thing that we need to work on as far as is the all-pro team, because we need to finalize that and have kind of like I'm not going to say like a cutoff for like this is it, but because I mean, obviously after the season there might be people on that list that should be on that list. Because to me, if Dixon Cox has a good season again, I think he should be on there, because last year he made, like, if you like, I was looking back at those games, and in a lot of those like close games that I had, he was the one making all the. He was the one making all of the plays. Like, well, most of them. It was either him or Sutton making those plays. So I mean, to me, just on impact alone, I think he deserves it. I think he deserves to be on there. But
I mean, I would honestly, even off of what he did as a returner last year, which is the kind of season I don't think we've ever seen out of a returner in the now going into the 8th season this year. I think he's already got, after one season, has a potential leg up on anyone else as a best returner type if we end up going that route. And I mean, even if not, just as
you all are sleeping on Giovanni Bernard.
I'll trade a 7th round pick for him.
Gio is a special teams man.
I mean, Dixon Cox had four return touchdowns last year though, I think. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he had four punt return touchdowns alone last year, and I mean, the man just he just got it done. I don't even understand exactly how he did it, because I mean, I think I was looking at it the other day. And as far as the league is concerned, I think the most in league as far as combined in league history is like 5, and he had 4 in his season. So, and I mean, he'll probably be my return man this year too. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I think just on impact alone, he deserves to be on the list somewhere, especially seeing as how Godwin basically fell off the map after 3 really, really strong seasons with Roger early.
Yep. It'll be interesting, and there will definitely be some controversy. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it's not I think it's something we've all kind of, at least in the back of our minds, a lot of us have kind of been looking forward to for the last season and a half since we announced that we were going to be doing it. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I've kind of been, even though I have been maybe slacking a little bit on filling mine out, I think it's a really, really cool idea that you don't really see a whole lot everywhere. So,
yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff we're doing, is to, create that immersion, have people wanting to, be a part of the league and do things.
Yep. Random. We're doing 15, 10, 10, 15, right?
I mean, to be honest, I don't think we need that long. To be honest, I think we can do 10 apiece, but 10 apiece to me is fine.
Oh, okay.
Except maybe like 15 week 4, just because people got to make cuts. But
yeah,
that's fine.
10, 10, 10, 15, or just 10-ish or whatever. Just figure
I would like 5 minutes for weeks 2 and 3.
Yeah,
those don't really have to be that quick or that long.
Yeah.
So 10, 5, 5, 15.
Yeah.
Someone want to throw that to the chat that's not listening?
Ooh.
Are you going to be moving it through the preseason, Corey?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
You know what? Why not?
Or we can just communicate in commish chat who's going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? This guy would actually be decent if this wasn't the last year. 91 speed, 92 excel, 90 agility at 21 years old at 6'2". Oh.
How send pictures of the old you took. Or is he drafting? I'll give him this next 10 seconds, I guess. He made his last pick.
What is the corner? Which one?
The one you took in the last round and the one you just took.
Okay. Oh yeah. I didn't take it.
All right, skipping at 30 seconds.
Okay.
Ash, post them both for you, Corey. Kobe Charles and Griffin Hamilton. Oh, Corey. If you're gonna take what are you? I got a guy that you might like, but
what is it? Who is it?
Quay Dre, corner. Or Quay Ray.
Why? What's his top 3?
I just liked him. B minus pet press, C plus man, C zone. He actually had a decent. He should be right 89, 90 speed and about 90 a 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. So and he's run support. So
I'll take a flyer on this other prototype. Dang. These would be like really good guys.
I know.
If we had time.
If we had time to develop them.
Well, like, yeah. Well, even like this guy would be a good user. He's 91. And agility is the big one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. I would have liked Hamilton at 91, 92, 90 if this won the last year. LJ, you gotta do my dude Quay some justice.
Who?
Quay Ray.
Who is he?
He's that corner I was just telling Corey to draft.
Oh,
He's
no.
not bad.
I'm good on cornerback.
Corey, you can't say LJ. You can't
He'd
say
be a good dime.
I'll have 11 corners on my roster after this draft.
Well, yeah, but you're also the same person that had like 30 offensive linemen on your team too.
I don't anymore. Actually, I only have 9. I only have 9. I'm proud of myself. I haven't drafted an offensive lineman in like 2 or 3 years.
I've taken like 4 in the first 2 rounds.
Well, all of them have been like plus dev too, which helps. That helps a lot.
And then because I've just been developing O-line, I have dev guys too.
He's took a kicker and a punter. LJ, take him. Take Quay.
For what it's worth, he was on my board as well before Crip said something.
I almost took him.
62205. I'll take him. Fine. Whatever. Mr. Irrelevant.
Hey, you can't tell me a guy whose name is Quay Ray is not a solid Mr. Irrelevant pick. All right, this Gilbert Rich kid. Ooh, 92 juke move.
The backup quarterback I was going to take that went to Austin's team. He was star dev. You should see the wide receiver that Austin took at number 7.
Corey, don't move it. Don't move it
I'm
yet.
not.
Okay,
The quarterback.
Oh my God, this Gilbert Rich kid is a 78 overall running back. He already has 92 juke move. Oh, I'm sorry, Darren Woods, but you've just been replaced by a man who can do your job better than you can.
That is unfortunate.
He's not as fast as Darren Woods is, but Woods will still have a place on this team. I can't turn down a guy with 90 elusiveness and 92 juke move out the gate with 95 agility.
Yeah.
Oh, Suff must be listening. So
What did you say?
He wants Woods.
You said oh.
Well, I don't know. What are you going to trade him for? But you can't trade draft picks anymore.
Yeah, I was going to. That is the unfortunate part of this situation. It's like draft picks are irrelevant, so it's like players have to move.
Players have to move, but at the same time, half the players that could go are also irrelevant because Oh, oof. All right, so now I have one problem. I got to figure out who on earth is going to replace who on earth is going to replace my dude who I just traded away, Thad Castle. I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm somehow down to 2 running backs on my roster. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Cavante Overton's going to get replaced too because this Marshall Hale kid is.
Well, you didn't do Cavante any justice at all.
To be fair, I tried. I did try to, but it just didn't work out.
All right. Yeah, we're good now, Corey.
Can one of my commissions edit my user? He has dreads. Yeah, I'll edit him to be on the Jacksonville roster for you. Does that sound good?
All right. I'm just clipping some pictures of the guys from other teams real quick.
Okay,
That's
that's
fine.
cool.
Let's see.
I'm not really in much of a hurry, so.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor Mora is once again going to randomly take up a roster space just so that I can play guys out of position.
It was like an amazing wide receiver class.
It really was. It was insane. I just want a handsome user.
Dang, Michael got a good quarterback if he plays this season at all.
Guys, the most disappointing part about this, Yannick Ngakoue is now at 79 speed.
I mean, well, defensive end, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Especially whenever you have like 99 everything else, essentially.
Yeah, I just like to see that I just like to see the 80 plus. That's just how I am. Ooh. Brian Noel, I knew he was going to be good. Banks Applewhite looked good too. Can I move it? Or Emmons, we're waiting. He probably isn't watching.
Yeah, I was gonna say I doubt he's watching. So you probably will have to tell him.
Lawrence Gardner can move to left end.
Well, Langholm is officially a slot cornerback now.
Oh,
Who's hopping online to move it?
I can move it right now.
Well, I think Emmons was asking, and then Bishes was saying that he was loading up, so I didn't know if we were waiting for a second.
I can move it if y'all want me to.
Okay. And
All right, y'all good?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I moved it already.
Let's see who's not in free agency anymore.
This kicker class actually isn't bad.
It's not. Oh, I know one.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we've reached the end of our podcast.
For the night, yeah. These
Yeah,
draft
so-
podcasts can kind of derail at the end.
So yeah, we appreciate everybody listening.
Thanks for joining us.
And we will be back with another AMLoB podcast next week. So yeah.
Talk to y'all then.
All right.
Peace, fellas.